Hello everyone, I'm so excited to be doing this live. I got the inspiration last night. I was talking to my trainer, Annalisa, and I was explaining to her actually about the astrological events that are occurring right now and how important it is that we all jump on this experience right now, because this new moon, hi Connie, this new moon, this super new moon that is in the solar eclipse realm is so powerful. It's literally going to set the tone for the next 6 months. The next 6 months. And what do you think happens after that, right? Then it goes to the next year, to the next year, to the next year. Hi Lisa, hi Inga, hi Nancy, hi Amanda. Hello all my beautiful soul sisters. So it was really important. So when I was talking to her last night, and we're talking about it, and I was kind of guiding on how to set powerful intentions. I'm like, I need to do a live on this, because this is also a process that I teach my high-level VIPs, because it works so well. Like, it works so well. Like, this is why I can manifest full vision boards in less than a year, like over and over and over and over, because of the way that I set up the energy. Everything is energy first. 98% energy, 2% manifestation. That's how it works. So we go through life and we're like, why isn't this working for us? And why isn't this working for us? And why isn't this working for us? Because you keep asking that question. Because you keep being in that it's not working. How can you know though? You don't have the bird's eye view that your inner being has. You don't have that. All you can see is you're on the ground. You're on the front line. You're in the battle. That's all you can see. You don't know what's on the other side of that mountain. So of course you're going to look at your current situation and judge the shit out of it. Well, all that does is keep you where you are. And partially it's because we've had so many life experiences that cause us to not trust life. Because we've been hurt before. Because we've been abused before. Because we've had our heart broken before. Because we've been violated before. Right? So how can we trust life when those things, we're always preparing ourselves or keeping ourselves protected from those things ever happening again? You have to step outside of that and tune back into your trust and knowing, and remember that you're a soul that came here with a deliberate intention to come dive down in here because you knew how powerful you really are. And you knew that you were going to make it out of the illusion. And you knew that you were at one point going to turn to source, and you were going to love life, and you were going to trust life again. You knew that was going to happen. And that's where you're at here. So I am so blessed to be able to be in this space with you, to be that voice of power for you to know I made it out of the darkness, right? I healed the rape. I healed the abuse. I healed the victim mentality. I healed all of that shit. I healed the poverty. I healed the life just beating the fuck out of me. And here I am, happy, in love, in joy, in bliss, in happiness. Why? Because I did the inner work. I did the inner work, and then you start to move up your consciousness and realize when you can use these powerful astrological events that are happening right now to help you manifest in your life, you move out of the density faster. So let me just tell you a little bit of a background of why I was like, hey, we really have to do this. So my daughter, who is also my assistant, highly intuitive, angelic being, she is an earth angel. She does the divine messages. She had written out this divine message for yesterday that was all about momentum. That the day before, I posted something on Facebook that had Rhiannon, the goddess Rhiannon, which is the goddess of movement. Remember that? If all of you saw that post, I post movement. We're all moving forward. Well, I wasn't really conscious of what this actually meant until I got the email that I sent out that had the video of the wealth astrologer who was talking about the forward momentum. I did not talk to my daughter. We don't discuss this. She just pulls cards and then goes on her intuition and gives the messages. So everything is in alignment. It's all about movement, right? We're all seeing this without even being aware that that's what's happening, because these astrological forces in the universe are all guiding us to do the same thing, to move in the same direction, right? So this time, you are a magical sorceress. You are a mystical goddess. You have these beautiful powers within you that you can use to manifest your dreams, desires, and intentions. So we're going to get into that, because this whole next phase, the astrological events that are aligning the way that they're aligning are not an accident. This is the time of great awakening. This is the time of great awakening. You're either going to experience great abundance and great bliss and great heaven, or you're going to experience great controversy and great chaos. This is why we can see it in the reality on our earth. There's all these pockets of density. Because time is moving faster, things are speeding up. Whatever your point of focus is what you're going to experience, but that's a good thing because you're bringing it into your awareness so that you can look at it and move, and eventually you're going to turn to the truth because the truth is a lot lighter. The truth will set you free. It literally will set you free. So this time in history, where we are at right now, we are the ones who are the way showers for those to come after us. All those little girls that are going to be born are going to know you. They're going to know what you came here to do. You're going to be their voice of inspiration. They're going to be inspired by you. This is one of the reasons why I do what I do. Because I want all the future generations of little girls that are coming into this reality to have this voice of knowing that you are a powerful being. You're a powerful being, that you're a creator, that you're flowing. And if you look around the world, we're all doing this right now. We're all doing this in one form or another, and you're going to make the impact that you came to make because that's what you came here to do. So I'm going to tell you today how to set really powerful intentions so that they can manifest. Because you're going to see whatever you write. If you follow this process, you are going to see whatever you write out manifest for you within the next 6 months. Are you ready for it? You say you want the things that you desire, but are you really ready for them? Do you believe you're deserving and worthy of them? Will you feel good having them? I know conceptually you think you might, but the reality of it, we push it away. Right? We say we want a beautiful, amazing relationship where we're just blessed and harmonized and man just loves us. But when we get that, we're like, right? Amanda, it works on proof. Yes. So this is what we do. So what we want to do is become knowing. It's not even about deservingness. It's not about worthiness. It's about you were born a creator and that's who you are. That's what you came here to do. You're creating this. You might have to create a lot of situations to get your place into feeling like you can receive it all and have it all and grow it all and become it all. But after that, then it just kind of flows and you just allow it. It gets easier and easier and easier. So we're going to use this new moon because it's a powerful new moon. There is a solar eclipse today. I think it happens like 4:15, 4:20 Pacific time. The new moon is already today. It's already happening. So let's get ready for this. So there are a few steps that you must take and follow in order so that you can manifest what it is that you desire to manifest within the next 6 months, right? Where do you want to be in the next 6 months? Like, think about this. Where do you want to be in the next, like 6 months from now? Where do you want to be? And I don't want you to make unrealistic goals. Like, I want to be a millionaire in 6 months. Like, okay, maybe that will happen, right? Maybe it will happen for some of us. However, if that is like, if you're putting unrealistic goals, you're just going to sabotage yourself because your subconscious mind isn't going to allow that unless it's already in alignment, and then you would know. So you have to really tune into your heart. So I'm going to teach you how to do that. So this next 6 months, if you open the email that I sent you from the Wealth Astrologer and watch that video, it explains everything. So Jupiter is all about the money, right? Jupiter is about money, and Jupiter is where we are right now. Venus is all about value and beauty and opulence. So we really want to tune into our value and what we came here to do and set those, because the truth is to live in ultimate freedom, to live remotely, be able to work from anywhere in the world that you want to work, is to be you, is to get paid to be yourself. Now, how do you do that? You have to develop belief systems from within that are in alignment with your inner being, that know the truth, not the earthbound bullshit illusion that you've been fed, right? That you've been grown to believe. Like, that's not the truth. That's why it's so painful. Lies are painful. The truth is open and expansive, right? So, getting into knowing that your value. When you write these on intentions, I want to know my true value. I want to know what I really came here to do. You're going to be shown. You're going to see it. It's going to pop up for you because spirit, source, inner being, God, is helping you to do these things. So first thing, new moon, wishes fulfilled. Remember, money, value. So if I were you, I would set your intentions for being in your soul purpose career, right? For whatever that looks like for you. It does not matter if you're in multi-level marketing or if you are a healer. Whatever that looks like for you. Being in your soul purpose career. You are your soul's purpose. And the sooner you realize that, the sooner you'll be able to manifest the platform that you love the most to funnel that through. Because that's really what it is. It's a platform. It's not a thing that you obtain. It's not a thing out there that you go and you get. It is a channel. You are already it. You just have to know that. You have to be in alignment with that. You have to love yourself more than you could even imagine. You have to allow yourself. You have to have all of that false identity reprogrammed and programmed to the truth of who you really are without all that wounding. And then you can fly. And then you can flourish. So this is the work. This is the healing journey that we're on. So step 1, clarity of desires. Most of us desire things out of what we do not want. Right? We desire, it's like if you're living in lack and scarcity, you want more money. You're like, I need more money. I don't have enough money. I need more money. So you desire things out of that place. You may get more money, but I promise you, because of the angle that you're coming out of it, I need more money. You're going to manifest another time where you have to wish for more money. You're going to have to wish for more money because that's your angle. Because I don't have enough, I need more money. You have to think about the vibration of the wish, right? Like think about the vibration of a wish. That will only get you so far. I learned how to manifest windfalls like a motherfucker. I can teach anyone how to manifest windfalls, but let me tell you what else I learned from that. I did not learn how to reprogram my own inner money deservingness, and so I always had to manifest windfalls. I always had to be like, okay, $10,000 this month, $20,000 this month, I need to hit my goal. That's so stressful. Now it's like I am allowing money to flow to me from everywhere. Why? Because it's an unlimited resource. I wasn't talking like this 6 months ago. I wasn't even talking like this a year ago. I didn't even have access to that openness and knowingness because all my desires before that were I need this amount of money so I can feel this way. That's not how it works. You feel this way and then the money comes. Right? So if you want to put a monetary goal, if you have a goal that you want to hit like in your company and you want to hit that mark, put that. But know that now towards momentum, what will that do for you, right? Not I want it because I don't have it, but like what will it feel like to have it? What will I be able to do with it? Because you can feel within yourself a more creative being. Your heart is 5,000 times more powerful than your head. 5,000 times more powerful. That's not a fucking made up number. It's real. 5,000 times more powerful. When you learn how to use your heart and connect it with your vision, it happens fast. Things happen really fast. So tuning into that heart space. So the clarity of desires is step number 1. The way that you get clarity of your desires is you meditate. And when I say meditate, I don't mean listen to a meditation where somebody's talking to you and you are, hearing all these noises. That's not what I mean. Meditation means quieting your mind. And the reason that you want to quiet your mind is because when we are earthbound and our brain wiring and everything that's going on is all crazy and out of control, because underneath a scan, you can see the activity in your brain, right? The activity in your brain, you can see it. When we're just living life, the activity in our brain is like crazy. It's all over the place. That's why we think thousands of thoughts and we go down thousands of rabbit holes and we can't stay focused. When you are in this space of being quiet and only listening to one thing, you're then connected to your right brain intuition and your brain hemispheres begin to harmonize. This is why I have everybody do the brainwave training technology, because it harmonizes and synchronizes your brainwaves so that you can be tuned into that source of inspiration, which is the connection to infinite and divine intelligence, so that you can receive your answers. When you're in a stressed out state, you can't. Your left brain, your survival, your fight or flight, you will block any attempt. So this is how you quiet your mind. You can listen to the brainwave training because the background noise is you just keep it really low. Or you can quiet your mind and listen to a fan, right? Just listening to a fan. And when I first heard Abraham say that, I was like, listen to a fan? What the fuck is that gonna do, listening to a fan? I don't need to listen to a fan. I need fucking money in my bank account right now. That's what I need, right? That's what I need. And then I did it. And when I realized that I did it and I was listening to the fan, it took about 2 seconds before my mind was gone somewhere else, right? It was like gone somewhere else, not even thinking about something else. And I'm like, okay, come back to the fan, right? Deliberately turn on a fan, come back to the fan. Okay, come back and listening to the fan and listen to the fan. Then I got 5 seconds. Then I'm come back to the fan, come back to the fan. You're going to have to do this a lot. And it's also going to make you very conscious about what your thoughts do and why you can't fucking focus and why you're not manifesting as fast as you could be in flow, because your thoughts are all over the place, right? You're not connected to your heart. You're only in this part of your reality. So when you allow yourself to just listen, even if it's like water dripping, like listening to the water and just stay focused on the water dripping. What happens is you create a gap. You create a gap so that intelligence can come in, and then you will get your answer. It will happen for you. Not only that, when you deliberately stop thought, you stop all resistance. So all that energetic cords that you have of resistance to your desires stops in those moments. It stops, and then nature can go through and kind of and create it like how you desired it. Because if you have a desire in your heart, that means that it's coming from your inner being. That means that it's for you. The only reason why you're not experiencing it, whether it's a desire for money or a desire for an empire, the only reason you're not experiencing it is because you're stopping it, you're resisting it with all of your thinking, right? With all of your craziness. So when you can stop your thought, you allow the force of nature to do what it does. Nature makes order out of chaos. Remember? Humans make chaos out of order. That's just what we do. We gotta fuck shit up so we can fix it. Because that's our logical mind. That's our left brain mind, survival mode. We gotta do something. Now, what we're doing is stopping that and tuning into, now we can build our empires. Now we can build our finances. Now we can finally learn those skills that we need to have in order to grow our money instead of being afraid of it. So clarity is the first thing. Quieting your mind and tuning into your heart space. Quieting your mind and tuning into your heart space. So meditating, this is what you're gonna do. Before you go into meditation, you wanna ask a question. You always wanna ask a question. And it only has to take 5 minutes. You don't have to meditate for 30 minutes. You only have to take 5 minutes, right? So closing your eyes, tuning into your breath, and asking, what is in my highest and best? What is in my highest and best? And then get quiet and listen to the waterfall. And then get quiet and listen to the fan. Another thing that I used to do, I don't have it with me right now, but what I would do is I'd take one of my bracelets, one of my crystal bracelets, and I'll move through each bead and I'll just say clarity, 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 like that, right? Because the more that you're saying it, clarity, 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 you're then programming yourself for clarity, and something will come to you. This is what I had to do when I discovered what my platform for my soul's purpose was going to be. The clarity, clarity. So ask, what is in my highest and best, right? Then when you come out of it, you're going to script write. This is what you're going to do, script writing. Imagination and writing, this is the divine feminine. This is the way that we create. Imagination. Think about imagination. When you're imagining something, you're creating, you're imaging it. You're imaging it. This is why we had the skill when we were little, to play, pretend, because that's what we're supposed to do. That's how you create. We were just taught by well-meaning adults that didn't know what the fuck they were doing, how to live life. So it fucked us all up, right? So now we gotta take shit back into our own hands and do it ourselves. So tuning into that script write. So at the top of the page, you're going to write, where do I want to be in 6 months? Where do I want to be in 6 months? Right. I hope you're writing this down, because I'm telling you this process, I know it's taken a long time for me to explain it, but you're going to be able to move through it in less than 30 minutes. So where do I want to be in 6 months, right? At the top of the page. And then you're going to write 6 months from now, I am, and then you're going to script write. And it doesn't have to be 5,000 pages. It could even just be a page and a half. What's the most important thing for you right now? You don't have to include everything, because I promise you, when you script write in a way where you're going to be in 6 months, it's happy. It's going to be in a happy state. It's going to be having more wealth. It's going to have more business success. You're going to see yourself as happy, so everything else is going to fall into place. You don't need every single thing. Whatever is the most important for you right now, right? Is it being in love? Write that, right? I met him in the most magical way. He came into my life in synchronicity and serendipity. He was the most amazing thing, even better than I even imagined. My wealth is flowing because I got happy. Like those kind of things, because I'm going to tell you the truth, your wealth will flow once you get happy, and you stay happy as long as you can. It really does. So then after you write that, after you're done script writing, so write that out, script writing, and then the second part, this is where you're going to write out your wishes, right? This is the wishes fulfilled. And this is how we're going to do this, because when people say, oh, I wish, that's not real. Like, I wish, I have this new moon wish, like a wish isn't real. So what we want to do is wishes fulfilled, as though they're already fulfilled. So you write at the top of your wishes fulfilled page, God, divine source, whatever it is that you call it, infinite intelligence. I ask, allow, and receive the following. So you're completing the process. Make sure you're writing this in blue ink. When you write it in blue ink, because our mind learns in pictures, it remembers it. It like remembers it and programs it in. So when you write, I ask, allow, and receive, you're completing the process, right? It's not I wish this will happen and maybe it will happen and maybe it won't. That's not how your brain works. I ask, allow, and receive. Done, right? I'm asking, now I'm allowing, because that's all you got to do to receive, and I'm receiving, okay? So I ask, allow, and receive the following to occur. Make sure you're writing this out. The following to occur. You bring it to me, and I do my part of aligning. This is how creation works. You have the desire, and see, here's the thing. You think it's your desire, but it really comes from God. It really comes from your inner being. That you want that thing because that thing wants you. Because, you hear that. Like, what you're seeking is seeking you. That's because it was already done. By the time you receive the thought and the download, it's already been done. This is why when I'm in healing sessions, especially, remember Taylor? Taylor, remember this, if you're on here? In healing sessions, what happens is they will already begin to receive the different colors of lights that I'm flowing through and the different I ams that I'm flowing through before I even say it. And it's so funny because at the end they'll say, oh my gosh, it was like I was doing it before you even said it. And I'm like, yeah, that's because it comes from this. We're just facilitating. We're just being the open channel, right? Emily, right? Yeah, Emily was doing it too. It always happens. This is what happens. When we're in sync and alignment, it comes through you. So all the things you think you want, the money, the love, the business, is because God wants you to have those things. That's why you have a desire for them. That's why you are not going to give up until you get it. You could try, but once you have a desire, either the resistance is going to squeeze the fuck out of you until you go or die, either way, or you're just going to get into alignment with it because that's what you have to do. You're going to attract the programs you need, the books you need, the meditations you need, everything, the signs, everything is uniquely for you. All the signs that you're receiving are uniquely for you. Everything that's coming into your reality, the dreams you're having, everything is uniquely for you. You are the creator. It's so amazing when you can really harness this and have it as a knowing, not just a concept, right? So then you're going to write out your wishes in terms of it being done, okay? So I am experiencing windfall after windfall, and I have X amount of dollars in my bank account. These kind of things you want to make sure that you're writing from your heart. Like, what is it that you most desire? What is it that you most desire? June, resistance is a bitch. It's not, though. You created it. So then you're only calling yourself a bitch. June, you created it. You're doing it to yourself. And the reason you're doing it to yourself is not because you want to punish yourself. The reason you're doing it to yourself is because you're going where the resistance is rather than going where the openness is because of the worthiness shit that you got going on. So you're on the journey, woman. You know it. It's getting easier. It is easier now than it was 2 years ago, right? Right. So that's what you're going to do with the wishes fulfilled, right? You can even write, I am so happy and grateful now that, and then list your wishes. Now, you could do between 1 and 10 wishes. I usually do like 3 to keep them really powerful because you don't need so many because remember, the ones that are going to be fulfilled are going to fill in for the rest. So do the top ones that are the most important to you. And so when you write that out, wishes fulfilled, God, divine, whatever you say, I ask, allow, and receive the following to occur. You bring it to me because life happens to you, right? Life happens through you. Life is, when you get into this beautiful dance, when your life gets bigger, you can't control everything. It's really exhausting to try to control everything. You'll literally kill yourself. You have to let it go and let life. This is where trusting life comes in. This is why one of the number one beliefs that you must have, the one belief system you must have, is that nature is friendly to your plans, that life supports you, that life on earth is heaven. You have to have that if you want to create sustained happiness and joy long term. You have to have that belief system. It's why I take everyone in all of my courses through that section, because you have to have it. And so when you really know that life is happening for you and you can feel it, then you allow things. Because when your life gets bigger, you can't control. You have to just be happy. And that's all the part that you have anyway. God creates it for you, brings it to you, and you receive it. You're the receiver. You are the channeler and then the receiver into physical form. So when you write it, you bring it to me and I'll do my part, which is aligning. So when you write this out at the top before you write your wishes, you're already giving instructions to your brain. And so when you go along, if you start to get into resistance, you may get really far down the rabbit hole. You might not get that far down the rabbit hole, but eventually you're going to be shifted back into, okay, I know what I need to do. I need to do the magic. I know what I need to do. I need to write my gratitude. I know what I need to do. Okay, I'm getting back on track. Leilani, oh my God, you're such a blessing. Aw, thank you, Leilani. You're a blessing too. You're welcome, Brooke. I know, I needed it too. It's so amazing. Okay, Megan, I'm going to tell you what to do after you're done writing them. Hold on. So that's part 2, wishes fulfilled. So then your wishes are done. So what you can do is you can either, I like to keep them separate. So I'll either write them on 10 different pages or 3 different pages, depending on how much you're doing, and then cut them apart and fold them and put them somewhere around your house. Put them open up a book, stick them in a book, and put them away. You can even take them outside and bury them by your favorite tree with one of your favorite crystals. I would do that this time because of the eclipse. I would do it before the eclipse hits. I would do this today. I would make sure that it was done so that you put it in like a little crystal bag or not even a bag. Just put it in the earth with the crystal and then give it to Mother Nature. Just give it to God. Like that's what you're going to do, right? That's what you do with your wishes. So then the third part, now this is your part. This is where you come in. Now you have gotten clear. You know what it is that you desire from a place of towards momentum, not to get out of the crap that you're in, but to have a better life because you deserve it, right? So now you know what it is. You know your clarity, where you want to be in 6 months. You've written it out. Then you write your wishes. You give them to Mother Nature. And now here's your part. This is all you have to do for the next 6 months to get engaged, right? Your declaration. You want to say your declaration. So there's 3 different ways. There's declaration, incantation, and mantra. I'm going to tell you the difference. I can't go through it all. It's like a totally whole life class. But first, your declaration is always an I am, right? Christina, I love finding my past wishes fulfilled months. I know, right? It's awesome. Declaration, I am. So a declaration is an I am statement, like you're declaring. So if one of your declarations was that your wishes is that you wanted to have more money, I am wealthy. If you don't believe you're wealthy, I am becoming wealthy. Because you can believe that. And then you start to become it, and then you can move from becoming to it, to I am wealthy. I am wealthy. I am becoming wealthy. Whatever it is for you, right? Like I am receiving love, if love is what your desire is. You have to write your I am in accordance with what your wishes were, the theme of your wishes, right? The theme of your wishes. Your declaration is your I am. That's what you're going to say every single day to yourself in the mirror. You speaking to yourself in the mirror reprograms your consciousness by 80%. It also speeds up your manifestation by 80%. Everything that you use to come to a new decision is done so with 80% of information from experiences you've already had. Because when you're on autopilot, your brain is in charge. When you take the transformation and now you're here and your soul is in charge, now you're saying, this is what I am, this is what I'm doing, and you're reprogramming because that's how it's meant to be. Our souls come into these bodies to be in charge, not for our bodies to be in charge of our soul. That's not how it works. And when we're living that way, that's why it hurts so bad. So you want to return to the right brain, return to that inspiration, return to that flow, return to that creativity, because that's how you create. The next part is your incantation. So your incantation is like a statement. I learned incantations from Tony Robbins, and I can tell you they work beyond a shadow of a doubt. It's one of the reasons why my income went up so high, because when I'm saying it, I'm feeling it, I'm seeing it, I'm feeling it, I'm seeing it, it's happening, it's already done. And as long as I do the work of gratitude to keep myself in alignment with that parallel reality, it will come into being. So it's something like wealth is my birthright. Right? Like this is one of the things that he says. Wealth is my birthright. As a creation of God and a soul of immeasurable value, which is true because you're a creation of God and you are a soul of immeasurable value, I deserve all that I desire. So this is it's like your incantation, right? Then you're going to have your mantra. So your mantra is the thing that you say. See, my mind on my mantra. It's one of the reasons why I was like, oh, I'm going to wear this shirt today. I love it. Everything is always working out for me, right? Mantra. It was funny, right after I put the shirt on, listening to Abraham Hicks, listen every single morning. I love Abraham. Highest form of intelligence on this planet. It is so amazing. It is so amazing. So carrying my phone and I just put this shirt on, and all of a sudden she says, you got to say your mantra. What's your mantra? Everything is always working out for me. And I just laughed out loud hysterically as if I was laughing with all my Abraham friends, but there was nobody there. It was just me. I'm sure they were there. They were there in spirit, but it was pretty funny. So everything is always working out for me. I am aligned in this moment now. That's the mantra that I would say, because that's universal, right? Because when you say, I am aligned in this moment now, you are saying that it's true. You are aligned. When you say that, everything is always working out for me. I am aligned in this moment now. When you say that, now is all there is. Now is all there is. Now is your point of power. Now is all there is. And this is one thing I say to my son too, because he had missed a couple of days of school because he wasn't feeling good. And so he was really worried about his grades. And I say, you know what? There's nothing we could do about that. All we could do is start over, right? All we could do is start now. Like, that's all that matters is now. And instantly he's relieved. He lets it go and he's like, yeah, all I can do is start now. It keeps you from festering on the past. So you're here in this moment now, right? So say that. Everything is always working out for me, which is true. Even if you don't believe it, doesn't matter. Keep saying it. I am aligned in this moment now, okay? I am aligned in this moment now. So if you do these things, all you have to do is this part. You don't even have to do anything else. All you have to do is this part. And I promise you, you will be where you want to be in the next 6 months. It will happen. And you will be so happy that you allowed it to happen and that you did the work. Your future self will thank the you today for doing the work. That's it. This is all you have to do. Stop being fucking lazy. Do it every day. Look at yourself in the mirror in the morning. Say your mantras. Say your declarations. Walk through the house saying your incantations. Drive in your car in traffic speaking your incantations. Remind yourself. I used to have to put notes on my phone, the mindfulness bell that would ding, and I would remember to say it at first. Why? Because my brain was programmed for the exact opposite. And so we have to remember, it's like Pavlov's bell. Like, as much as we want to be spiritual and think that everything happens for a reason and it's spiritual and it's written in stone, I'm telling you right now, your chaos and controversy from this point forward is not fucking written in stone. You can transform it. And here's the most amazing thing. When you get on these different levels and chaos does come, you already know what it is. You already know what the lesson is. You don't need to experience it. Sometimes you do. If you need to experience it, keep experiencing it. However, there's another way. There is another way. I promise. There's another way. And you move through it faster and faster and faster. The things that happen no longer take you out for years or decades. It's like moments. It's like days. It's like weeks, because you begin to realize how powerful you truly are. And no one and no thing has power over you. So that's number 3, your declaration, your mantras. Number 4, get into alignment. That's it. Get into alignment. Get into alignment. Ignore current reality. Ignore what's happening right now. Follow your inspiration. I have to-do lists. I have so many things going on right now. I have designers, I have programmers, I have clients, I have my courses. I have so many things going on right now. If I was so stringent on making sure that every single thing on my to-do list was done, I would be an aged, ugly, unhappy old woman. But here's what I do and why I look so young and youthful. I make sure I start my day with meditation. I make sure I start my day with gratitude. I make sure I'm saying my mantras, and I know that when I slip off, there's a reason, and I become conscious of it and get back on. And this is what I do consistently. And if I look at my to-do list and there's something on there I don't want to do, I do not do it until I get into alignment. If I need to go take a nap, if I need to put my headphones in and listen to a meditation, then I do it. And you know what I found from doing that is that when I do it, it unfolds in a way that is more magical than if I would have done it when I didn't want to. There's a reason you're not wanting to do it, because the vibrational tone is not set. Because if you try to take action when you're not set, you're going to fuck it up. That's all there is to it. And if you don't fuck it up, you're going to fuck up yourself. So you want to make sure that you are in alignment. Another thing that I want you to write that's imperative at the bottom of your wishes, you want to write this or better, right? This or better. Because when you say this or better, it's always the or better. And I don't care if that's a man, right? Or if that's money, or if that's a career. It doesn't matter. It's this or better, right? This or better. You have to write that. Why? Because that's your statement of release. Remember, they say when you have a desire, you do what you do and then you have to let it go. You don't let it go and it might not come, because you wouldn't have the desire like that if it wasn't meant for you. What you're doing when you say this or better is you're letting it go, right? You're letting it go. So this or better, remember, at the bottom of it, write it all, and then do your work to get into alignment. Do what you need to do. Be patient with yourself. Have compassion with yourself. This works. And I promise you, if you follow these 1, 2, 3, 4 steps, the way that I've outlined here, you will manifest exactly what you write on your wishes in the next 6 months. This time is about momentum. So whatever focus, whatever way your car is headed in right now is the momentum you're gonna go in. Now is your opportunity during this eclipse, because eclipse out the old shit, is to focus on the new, and that's the momentum that you're gonna be headed in. And you know what the most amazing thing about that is? Your inner being is always calling you. It's always calling you to your highest desires. It's calling you around all those limitations. It's calling you around those limiting beliefs. That's why I always say, I am blessed beyond belief. That is one of my declarations. I am blessed beyond belief, because I knew when I started this journey, because of the darkness that I experienced in my entire life, I had no reason to believe that there was even a God that loved me. I had every reason to believe that there was a God that was punishing me, because that's the life experience I was having. I had no reason to believe. But once I started saying, I have nothing to fucking lose. I'm either going to do this or I'm going to die. It's literally going to be this or die. And so I did this. And then this is the result. You're seeing it. You're seeing it unfold. And so it's unfolding for you. It's unfolding for everyone else who's around. It's unfolding for everyone in my courses. It's unfolding for everyone who is linked, especially in this sacred space, because we're all doing it together. And our ultimate desire is to not only lift ourselves up, but to lift everybody else up too, because we're all natural born healers. All of us. Not that we have to heal problems, but that we want to see everybody do good. Right? Like, we want to see everybody do good, because when everyone else does good, we do good. When we do good, everyone else does good. Not holding attachment to any of that, but just allowing yourself to be that source of inspiration to flow. So there's a million more things I could say. However, I have to jump on a call right now. So I love you all. Thank you so much for being on here. I hope you've received as much value out of this as I have in my life. And remember that your job is to get into alignment. That's it. That's what your job is, get into alignment. So do what you need to do. Oh, thank you, Adriana. Yes, everything is going to be amazing. Remember, see yourself there 6 months from now. Know that everything that comes up in the interim is all on purpose, whether it's a bad thing, quote unquote bad, because I'm telling you, the universe is presenting you with that stuff, not only so you can look at it, so you can heal it and move on, because you can't take it with you where you're going. So know that what's coming up, all you have to do is have the tools of releasing, the tools of manifesting, and then you can create whatever it is that you want to create. You can surrender the resistance, you can heal the wounds, you can move forward very fastly. Very quickly. Fastly, it's not even a word, but I just made it up. Okay, I love you all. I hope you all have a beautiful day. And remember, this is your power time. Next 6 months. Venus, Jupiter, money, abundance, opulence, love, beauty, soul purpose, everything. I love you too. I love you all. I love you all. I love you all. Bye.